Have you ever asked yourself, what would happen if I never had to deal with the money objection again? What would happen if the only prospects, the only people I worked with were the richest people in my niche that were crushing it and had the money to pay me? Well, that's the entire purpose of this video. I'm going to show you the exact 4-step process that I used to go up market with my agency and only work with people that were able to pay me $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 up front. And so this information right here is quite literally what my clients have paid me thousands of dollars to learn, and I want to give it to you. Right, we're on the notes app here. I'm not packaging this up nice and pretty. This is straight up what you need to correctly identify who your actual dream client is up market, how to align your marketing message, how to target them properly, everything that you need. So I want you to treat this accordingly, take action on it, implement it, and then come back to me in the future when you're making a whole lot of money. So let's go ahead and dive in. This is the 4-step process that you need to follow. Step 1 is going up market with your dream client. Now, what you need to understand is that the top 1% earners in your niche have different problems than the average prospect in your niche. And that might be why you're dealing with broke people, you're serving beginners, you're collecting little deposits up front. At the end of the day, the reason that you're in the B2B space, right, the business to business space, that's the whole point as to why we're running an agency, is so that we can work with business owners that have the money to pay us, okay? But instead what's happening is you're in like the B2C space. You're working with like business to consumer type of businesses, right? People that don't really know how to run a business. They don't have much money. I see this happen all the time. And so you're taking the pro of actually being in B2B and you're throwing it out the window, right? You should let every other agency owner, let all of your competition, let them deal with the broke prospects. You want to deal with the real serious business owners that are already crushing it. And that way they get better results faster, right? If you see this here, you've heard this quote from Hormozy. You want to solve rich people's problems because they pay better. When you work with rich people, they pay better, they give you less headaches, they get better results, they ask less questions, they never churn. There's literally no con to working with rich people. But it's like, how do we actually do that in an agency? Like that's the question. Like that's what we're figuring out here, right? So I'll give you an example. Let's say you're working with online coaches. Well, a top 1% online coach, they're not starting off. Like they are already getting leads. They're already booking a ton of calls. They're already signing clients. They already have a team. They have a bunch of systems in place, which is why they're a top 1% earner doing, like 7 figures. And you might think to yourself, and this is something I used to think as well, is like, it's impossible for me to work with rich prospects. Like what would a rich realtor, why would they need my service? And there's this one business principle you need to understand. At every new level, there's a new devil, okay? This applies not only to your business, but your clients' businesses as well. At every new stage, at every new revenue mark, there's a new devil, there's a new constraint that's holding you back from 10xing, right? If there was no constraint, every business would be doing trillions of dollars, and that's obviously not the case. So understanding that is breaking this belief that, hey, I can't work with rich people. They don't have problems. Like, I'm not worthy of doing it. It's like, no, everybody that's making 6, 7, 8 figures in your industry, they have problems right now. Okay, there's always a constraint. Maybe their ad costs are too high, that their ROAS is too low and they're not able to scale their ads. Maybe they have a sales team and they're not closing at a high percentage, or their show rate's low. Or maybe they're doing organic content. It's not getting them enough leads, and lead flow is actually the restriction for them. In order for us to be able to charge the amount of money that's going to change our lives and not sell 500 a month retainers and stuff it's going to be impossible to get to 30, 50K a month. Again, you need to go up market to people who can actually afford to pay 5 to 15K up front. And you need to package your service as an end-to-end marketing and sales ecosystem, right? And that's for a whole separate video, but understand this. 80% of the money that's flowing into your market right now is generated by 20% of the business owners in your market. An easy way to kind of see this out is you could think of it, look at it like a pyramid, right? In this pyramid, we have this is your TAM, right? This is your total addressable market here. This is the entire market, the entire industry and niche that you're in. Inside of this industry, you have right here, this is the top 20%, and then everything right here is 80%. What you need to understand is that these 20% of people in your niche, they make 80%, 80% of the money, right? So the top 20%, they make 80% of the money. This is like just averaged out like over every niche. In real estate, it's actually more than this. I believe it's like 5 to 10% of realtors make like 90% of the money. Like it's just ridiculous. And then you have everybody else here, 80% of the business owners in your niche, and they're making 20% of the money. What they're doing is they are quite literally, they're fighting for scraps. Okay? And so what you want to do, right? If you're watching my channel, like if you're going to become a client of mine, I want you to become wealthy. I want to build like this little community of people that are inside Spartan Scaling that are actually making money. They're working with the best clients. They're not serving the 80% of people. Why? Right? Leave that to your competitors. Leave that to all the other agency owners in your space. Let them deal with the broad prospects. Let them learn some sales technique and trick to, handle the money objection and get someone to max out their credit card. Like, you don't want to be doing that, and you don't need to be doing that. You need to be working with this 20%. So what I'm about to show you now is how do we align our messaging? How do we target? How do we find the constraint in these businesses right here in the 20%? Okay, in order to do that, we're going to have to move on to the next step here. And step 2 is, again, aligning your messaging with your dream client's desires. So one thing I need to make clear is there's something that's hurting you. And it's that you don't understand the difference between a claim and a guarantee, and it's maybe because you were taught this by somebody and you just don't understand it. Your marketing claim is the desired outcome that your dream client wants. Here are some examples of claims. I will help your med spa go from 6 figures to 7 figures. I will help your real estate business go from 1 to 2 deals a month to 4 to 6 deals a month. I will help your online coaching business go from 10K a month to 50K a month. These are claims. This is the desired outcome, and it sounds simple, but you're not doing this in your copy. What you're doing is you're tying down your claim to your guarantee. But what a guarantee is simply the risk reversal to get someone over the fence to actually book a call and pay you. Examples: I will work on a complete pay on results basis. I will help you close an additional 1 to 2 deals guaranteed or you don't pay. I will help you sign 5 coaching clients guaranteed or you get your full money back plus $1,000. So look at this example here. These are the same exact thing. Let's say this is your offer, working with online coaches. Your claim is I will help your online coaching business, right? If we're trying to target up market, let's say go from 30 to 50K a month and get to 100 to 150. That's your claim. Your guarantees, I am going to sign you 5 clients or you do not pay. But if you say this in your ad copy, in your outreach copy, what's going to happen is you're going to attract beginners that are simply trying to get their first 5 clients. Do you see that? So you don't want to mix these two up. If the desired result you sell in your copy is your guarantee, like I said, you will attract beginners that are looking for that claim and desired outcome. So you want to sell the claim that your dream client actually wants and just use your guarantee as a risk reversal to get them over the fence. Use that as an asset in your VSL to get them to book a call and be incentivized that there's no risk on their end. The last thing you ever want to do is compete on who can make the most wild offer. I'll give you an example here. Someone pitched me the other day and he said, if you give me 90 days, I'll help you maximize your work output and energy or I'll pay you $10,000. So at a certain point with your guarantee, it's not believable. Like I saw this and my BS meter just skyrocketed, right? And it's the same thing your prospects are feeling. It's like, I will help you book 1,000 calls or you don't pay. It's like, you don't believe it anymore, right? So at a certain point, it just doesn't work. And if people only click on your ad, they only respond to your outreach, they only book a call because of your guarantee, you have no moat around your business. You're getting window shoppers that are comparing you to other guarantees. Anyone can come out with a better guarantee than you and just steal your clients. if you're competing on guarantees. Like, that's the last thing you should ever do. You want to use unique mechanisms to stand out and introduce something new and different to your dream prospects. So an example, if the claim this guy is selling me is, hey, I'm going to help you maximize your work output. Give me something tangible. I'm going to help you double your business by, here comes unique mechanism, maximizing your work output and energy. You see that? Like, you have to introduce something new and different, and that way you don't have to come out of the gates with your guarantee. Because I can go in window shop and I can say, hey, this other guy said in 60 days he's going to maximize my work output, and if it doesn't work, he's going to pay me 20 grand, right? So you don't want to play this game. And so the best way for me to show you this is when you're thinking of your offer, you have what's called your A to B transformation, right? And so the A is the current situation that your client is in, that your prospects are in. For your dream client, right? You need to list out exactly what they're going through. So these are like pains, these are, problems, pain points, where they're at, like what they're doing, etc. X, Y, and Z. B is the desired outcome, right? And what you need to understand is the desired outcome for, let's say, you're working with realtors at 1 to 2 deals a month. The desired outcome is 4 to 6 deals a month. So why in your ad copy or your outreach, why are you saying, I'm going to help you sign a listing in 30 days or you get your money back? It's like, that's not what they want. They want a marketing partner. They want a system that's going to help them get to 4 to 6 deals a month. You getting them one deal is simply the risk reversal that's going to get them to actually pull out their credit card and pay you. Okay? So understand that. It's very, very important that you understand that. Now that you understand the difference between claims and guarantees, make your claim that aligns with where they actually want to go. So again, go up market. Who's the top 20%? How much are they making? Where do they want to go? Make that the claim that you use in your ad copy. Something we do inside Spartan Scaling is we build a one-pager for every client. And basically what your one-pager is, it's your entire marketing message. It's all of the copy that you're going to be using on any ads, any outreach, any VSLs, any YouTube videos that you do. And on that one pager, we list out like what is the primary goal? Where do they want to go? That is your claim. And your guarantee is something separate. So once you understand this, you now know, like, hey, let me say the right claim that's actually the thing that they want. Okay? Now, step 3 is finding the constraint. It's important to understand every business has 5 components, right? You have lead generation, which is attention, getting people in the door. You have lead nurture, which is warming people up to get them interested to hear what your offer is and open to working with you. And you have lead conversion, which is turning this hot lead and prospect into a client. Now you have delivery, which is obviously delivering on your thing, and retention, which includes upsells, ascensions, reselling, downselling, whatever. The problem that like 80% of broke people in your niche have is they simply don't get enough leads, right? And so if that's all that you're selling, like, you need to figure out what the top 20%, the people that are in the top 20% making all the money, what are their problems in your niche? Talk to these people. Figure it out. Just ask them questions to find the bottleneck, find the constraint. Because if you're just offering leads, but your niche, the people who are crushing it in your niche, they're already getting leads. Like, that's not the issue. Maybe. I'm just giving you an example here, right? And we're going to get to this in a second. But you need to position your service in a way that either saves the business owner time, generates them more revenue, or helps them become more profitable. How do we do this? Well, I'll give you an example with saving time. Saving time example is a content agency that ideates, scripts, edits, and posts videos. And an example here, tangible example, is my client Joseph. He's doing about $30K a month at 91% profit, and he works with 7 to 9, nine-figure CEOs. No joke. This is the people he does outreach to, he gets on calls with, that respond to his DMs. He works with people doing 7, 8, 9 figures, and he saves them time by ideating, scripting, editing, and posting their long-form content. And as a result, he gets paid $3.5K a month or $7K paid in full And clients never churn. I don't think he's ever had a client churn freaking ever. Okay? So what he's doing is he's figured out like, hey, these people, they don't need some new lead gen mechanism. Like, they need help building a brand. Because that's the desire for these CEOs. It's like, build a brand. They know how powerful it is. If you're going to help someone generate more revenue, use a new opportunity. Use unique mechanisms to create a lead gen system that the top guys aren't using or can't get working. Here's an example. In my agency, I worked with team leaders or brokers who were doing 6 to 7 figures. And what I did is I would help these people that were, as an example, one of my clients, he's from Naples, Florida, right? He was relying solely on Google Ads. And so I came to him, I showed him like my Facebook ecosystem process and everything that we do end to end, every single piece about it. And he paid in full happily, right? I'm helping him generate more revenue by introducing a new lead gen source, a new lead flow source into his business. Okay, it's something new, right? Did he try Facebook ads in the past? Yeah, that's why it's important. In my process, I had unique mechanisms to make me stand out. But here's another one, increasing profitability. You can create a process of back-end upsells to increase the LTV of clients. This simply makes the marketing of the company more profitable without signing any new clients. So you could come to somebody making 7 figures in your industry and give them this system. Do it for free. Ask them if they need this. Build them a system where you're reaching out to their clients, their current clients, their pool of thousands of customers or clients, and you're reselling them, you're upselling them, you're selling them something new. And here's an example. Let's say that for this company they're working with, they have to spend $2,500 on marketing to sell a $5,000 upfront service, right? If you come into the business and you help this company upsell their clients on a 5K offer, right? The LTV of that client now goes from 5K to 10K, right? They paid 5K to get in. You came into the business, you structured up a pitch and you helped them make this new 5K offer. They paid 5K, now the LTV is 10K. So instead of the ROAS on the front end being a 2x, right? Because it takes them 2.5K to get 5K paid up front, it becomes a 4x ROAS by simply just making more money from the current clients they already have. Now they're more profitable. Now they're able to scale ads. Now they're able to make a crap ton more money. So you need to find the actual constraint that the top people have. Figure that out and then position your service in a way that saves them time, generates them more revenue, or helps them become more profitable. And it could be anything within these 5 components, right? Maybe it's lead gen, they're not getting enough attention. Maybe it's nurture, conversion, delivery, or retention. Now step 4 is targeting. Now here's where we tie this all together. Once you have aligned your solution to your rich prospects' problems, it's time to target them for an interaction. Now, what I found is that cold DMs work best here. We're able to hyper-target exactly who it is that we want to reach out to, that we could see from their profile is making money. What's made me hundreds of thousands of dollars are Instagram cold DMs. Like that's my platform. That's what I'm the best at. So if you already have VAs, let's say you're sending outreach, you already have VAs that are sending it for you, you should create a checklist and SOP explaining exactly what to look for in a prospect's profile to have them be considered as qualified. This is the most important thing, because if you have everything else checked off, all these other steps done, and you haven't done this, you're still going to get the wrong prospects in the door, right? Make a checklist. When you go on someone's Instagram profile, in order to see if they're a qualified lead or not, you could ask these following questions, right? You could make a checklist and say, they have to have at least 10 case studies. They should, they might have a high-end car like a Lambo or a Porsche. They might have a Rolex or an AP on in their posts. They might have a team of 20 plus people. These are things that you could build a checklist of. And when you go to their profile to do outreach, you look for these things. And if you find one of these things, you check it off, and you consider them qualified, and you're able to do outreach to them. Way too many people do outreach to broke prospects. And what you need to understand is, like, if you're doing automated outreach, if you're just scraping leads from wherever, you're getting the wrong people in the door. And that's why your outreach isn't working. Because if we look at your outreach and your entire marketing like a funnel, I'm going to try to freaking draw a garbage can here, right? Pretend this is a freaking garbage can. If you let garbage into the funnel, the only thing that's coming out is freaking garbage. My drawing's so bad, but hear me out. It's so true. If you're doing outreach to broke prospects, the only thing that's going to come out, I don't care what this is inside here. I don't care how many YouTube VSLs. I don't care, how great your sales I don't care. If you let garbage prospects into the top of your funnel, the only thing that will come out are garbage results, are small deposits, are money objections, are low show rates, are bad fit clients, nightmare clients, etc. You need to make it extremely clear that the only person you let into your funnel is your freaking dream client. Okay? This happy guy right here that's making a ton of money already goes through your process. You're very clearly solving the problem that he has. You're selling him the desired result that he wants to get to using a unique mechanism, doing enough outreach and making enough YouTube videos and content in order to sell them, show them that you're competent. You will get this guy right here to pay you $5K to $15K up front. Okay? This is how it's done. Understand this. Okay? Now, make this checklist for yourself and only reach out to the richest people in your niche. So if you're sending outreach yourself or if you have VAs, you give that to them. Now, one thing to note here is that rich people love personalization, right? If you're fairly young and you're reaching out to business owners that are 40 years old, they're making 7 figures, they love to see you hustling, right? Entrepreneurs love to see young guys getting after it. If you offer your solution to them in your pitch, along with a lead magnet call to action for either a free audit, a free sample, a free video, give them some type of lead magnet to let them taste and kind of see something personalized to them, they are very likely to say yes and hear you out. So this can be what you're actually giving away, a VSL on YouTube. It could be a personalized loom. It could be a free sample edit if you're doing content, etc. Like, this is what you want to be offering to them. If you do enough of this, reach out to the right people, have all of these steps in check, you found the right constraint, you aligned your marketing message, and you understand that your dream client is upmarket, he's making 80% of the money, he's in the 20% making 80% of the money, you will make money. In order to find these prospects, you should use Instagram hashtags, or you could find competitors and then go through their following. Okay, so I just use Instagram hashtags. That would search up like hashtag realtor. You could search up, if you want to go up market, hashtag luxury realtors. So just apply that to your niche. You could find competitors. You could find their YouTube channel and then go to their Instagram and go through their followers. You could find people that your dream clients are following. So gurus and that type of thing. Go through their followers. Like, this is how you find prospects. It's very simple. And this is the entire step-by-step process to work with the richest people in your niche. And I have a shameless plug here. This is exactly what I help my clients inside Spartan Scaling do. And I would love to have the opportunity to help you as well. We could build a cold DM machine that sends 1,000 cold DMs a day, targets dream clients that have money, get you charging 5 to 15K up front with your offer and everything in between that you need to be delivering to be able to charge that amount. Build a content ecosystem that pre-sells prospects in the whole 9 yards. If you want to learn more about that, you can check out the description below, book a call with me, or watch a video explaining what it looks like. But that's my shameless plug to you. I'd love to have the opportunity to help you scale to 50K a month. And with that being said, I hope you got value out of this video. If you did, let me know down below. And again, either book a call or you could go watch another one of my videos right around here, and I'll see you in the next one.